Salam, good morning. How are you guys? لاباس عليكم كلشي مزيان؟ صباح النور جوانا، لاباس عليك؟ صباح عليكم، صباح الخير عليكم كاملين. Good morning to all of you. كنتمنى تكونوا بخير. I hope that you all doing well. I'm sorry I look like tired, but that's okay. Just was a bad night of sleep. ماشي مشكل. كلشي مزيان، نعسو مزيان، كلشي بخير. شنو كتعاودوا؟ or اش كتعاودوا؟ كلشي بخير. Welcome to anyone who is new with us today. Hello to, if you are watching my videos for the first time, hello Smithy, Kautar, but you can call me Katie if you wanted to, if you find like hard to say Kautar. And yeah, basically I'm teaching Darija and the morning tea talk just about the culture, about everything concerning Morocco and all of that. You can ask me any question you want, so I'm here to answer all of your questions. And so yeah. سلام صباح نور ماري لاباس عليك؟ الحمد لله. Yeah, it's like gloomy morning, but yesterday night it was like a good weather around like 11 p.m. Actually yesterday it was like funny that everyone like mostly like half Sally the lights went off like around like 10 like 30 or something, and we would be like oh my god, it was everything is dark and everyone with like their phone and the lights and they see like okay what's happening. We don't know what happened, but I slept actually, and I woke up and I found that the lights back, which is great. Yeah, well, today actually we're going to talk about how is it like to live in Morocco. So I'm going to be like very honest. I'm always honest. I'm going to say the bad things and good things about living in Morocco. I grew up my whole life in Morocco. I wasn't like, so I wouldn't say like it was perfect because, not because like I wasn't in like a rich family, like no one is like having a perfect life. So I always like been in Sally when I was like sinus like and so growing up in Morocco is like it's kind of between like warm and cozy and family, like all of them like together and all of that, and the beauty of like having like a very close neighbors and playing with kids neighbors and having them as a family and all of that, and between like growing up and discovering bad things and then like growing up a little bit more and knowing it's like a really hard life over here, and then growing up a little more and then discovering okay well it's all right because like every country has its own bad thing and own good thing, and it's like fine if like you look at it from like a certain context. This is why you're going to meet a lot of Moroccans. They will be like, why you want to live in Morocco? Why you want to learn the language and live in Morocco? Why that? Like, it's like better for you to to live in Europe or in the States or like in your country, because the living over here is like exhausting and you're going to find like it's not easy to find. It's not like the life that you're going to dream of. And the thing is like everyone see the others place like greener, like the others grace greener, as like they say as a proverb. I don't know, like I don't remember like the real proverb for that, but like everyone see the other country is better than his country. So a lot of like Moroccans define like the states as like the dream, the American dream, and it's perfect, and over there they're going to get rich fast, and it's not, the money is like easy to collect and easy like to save up and all of that, but they are not aware like of a reality. So for them like what they see on social media and all of that, and they see everyone is living like rights like in a good life, so they think if they went there they would have a better life, and they start like I hate Morocco, I can't find like yes grass is growing on the other side. Yes, that's what I was means, like it's my mind, this was this, but I can't I can't like be absolutely awake in the morning because I'm a night owl. So I'm like gradually trying every So sometimes like it's like easy to waken up very early, and sometimes like this day it's like I have like really to get myself out of bed. Okay, so yes, the thing is like you're going to find a lot of people, like everyone have like a different idea about Morocco. I'm talking about Moroccans. صباح النور. صباح النور شباب. So some people they will be like, okay, Morocco is beautiful because we are like living like a life. We don't have a lot of worries, whatever. Like even I'm going to have like a job with a medium, like a normal salary, but at least I have a peace of mind, and I don't have like to keep like running all day, working all day, all night. So some people are enough with what they get. Some people want like more than that, want like to have like money fast, to have everything fast, and they say like it's like kind of impossible to do that in Morocco. If you are like basically poor, if you are poor, like it's like really hard to get out from that level and go to the next level. I'm not talking about like the normal level. So they say if okay, if they think if like okay, so if I went to the States, if I worked hard, I will get what I deserve. If I stay in Morocco, even if I work hard, I still will be the same or like a little bit more, but not as fast as I want. So people like blame Morocco. It's like Morocco is just a country. Don't blame Morocco. Morocco is just a country. We live in Morocco. So the thing is like why they hate Morocco, because they see that the government is rich and it stays rich and doesn't work as hard, and you don't do like a great job. Even though I say like there is a big improvement in the government lately, and but like still not as good. So they hate the government because they say okay, they are like rich and all of that, but they get like a free housing, like they don't have to pay electricity, and they don't have to pay for like if they will use train and all of that, they don't have to pay of like all of that. And if they will like just like work 5 years and stop working, they will still have their payments. So which is crazy, and like it's like a very high payment, while like poor people they still have to pay for everything. And it doesn't sound fair, because if you see like rich people who should like pay like depending on their like payments, like, and poor people they know like they are poor. So this is why like always like poor people like struggle to get out of that level, and it's like really hard. So the only like thing that poor people can do is like educate themselves and go to college and all of that. And this is like it's like it can save you this way, because kind of education is not expensive in Morocco. Like public is education, to go to public school is free. You just have to pay for your own stuff. That's it. So you pay like just like a little bit, like every year, but not so much, so everyone can do it. But still, poor people struggle with the pay, like buying the books, buying the notebooks, and all of that for their kids. So poor people like really struggle to work, and with the little money they will like have to pay everything for their kids so that they will have a better life. So people like guys, like when they grow up, they go to university, and after university, what happened? They can't find a job. And this is when it comes struggle, and everyone gets mad, because even when you get like your BA degree, you still can't find a job. And sometimes you have like your master degree and you can't find a job, which is worse again, like if you have a PhD and you still can't find a job. So what happened? Why they didn't find a job? There is like two ways. Either they don't have like a good grade, which is like it makes sense. If they wouldn't like if they are not that good, they wouldn't like find like a good job. So if they are like very smart and great, then they would find a job. But the other ones that they are like just normal, it's like they are struggling to find a job. What's happened again is like rich people again, even if their kids are not smart and doesn't have like a good grade, they have like connection. They would like know that person is like, okay, I want like my kids to work in that position. They will like get them like kind of money, and they will get there. So like this is why like people, like normal people, like they are like really mad. They are like, this is why they say like I hate Morocco, because it's not fair and it's not all of that. But some people like see it in another way. They will say like, okay, even if I went to another country, I will go and work and save money, and then I will go back to my country because I love my country, and I will do like a kind of project or something, which is going to work well if they did that. And like everyone have like their own, idea. So if like for you, like as a in a person from another country, you would like know, okay, so for you guys, like you would like easily find jobs because good schools in Rabat and all of that, they prefer natives. If you want to be a teacher, they prefer natives. uh, so this is like Mari, so you are like, I'm discovering that, like I know that, but like Moroccans they don't know this. So Moroccans, they think that gold is like in Europe. Like if you go to France, you're going to get rich. If you go to the States, you're going to get rich. So it's just because they can't get rich here, they think if I go to another country, I will be like a millionaire, which is like thinking it's a millionaire is just like a word that like you will go there and then you will find money easy, which is not true. So you have to work hard anyway. But it's like maybe like more opportunities in other countries than over here, but still like I don't know, everyone have like a different idea. So yes, Mari. So the thing is like about like foreigners, they still can get here and find job either like in teaching or like depending on your like diploma, because Moroccans want natives. Like good schools, they want like the kids like because like private school you pay like the parents, the rich parents. Pay like a generous amount for their kids, their kids like education. So what happens? Like they want like natives so that they will like grab like more rich people, Moroccan rich people, and then you like people you're going to get like a good money. You will live good in Morocco. But what's happened again? Moroccans who have degrees in certain things that you are teaching, for example, in French or in English, they will be mad because they can't find like a good jobs in good like private schools because they already like choose just natives. So it's like a kind of there is like advantage for some and disadvantage for some. But what they don't think about, okay, again, Moroccans, maybe if you are like just like learning your own language, you can also go and travel the world and go to another country and teach your own language, and it's going to be fine. So it's just like depending on how people think. And I hope that you've been aware that, okay, so Morocco is like I'm like I agree with what they think about the government and all of that, and I totally agree, and I say it's not fair, and I want all of that to change. But to make that change, you need to talk, not to run away. So running away and going like like fuck this, I'm just like going to another country, or they will like try to go without visa because you need visa to go anywhere. So maybe they should like be smart and try something. So you will find like a lot of ideas, but basically living over here, it depending on where you live. You will find like poor areas, like very poor areas that they still live in a very small houses. At least like I think like everyone now have like water and electricity. But I know like the poor people who have like I don't know what it's called like a very small like houses that they build themselves. They don't have to pay for like electricity and water, so which is good. But they do like have like a normal life, but they still like they don't get like enough money. The money that they get probably like just enough for like living, just like enough for eating. Which is like take us to food. Food in Morocco, you would find like cheap food, cheap vegetables, and all of that, and you would find expensive ones depending on where you go to buy stuff. If you go into Marjan, you're going to find like in between, like kind of like a little bit more, it's like extra cents or extra dollar or two. But if you went like to like some like poor places and stuff, and you went to their market, you find like a very cheaper things depending on where you go. For education, it's free. Okay, there is like a public school which is like free, and university. I studied in public school. I don't regret it at all. It was like a good experience for me. So the only bad thing is about like the difference between private school and public school. That private school they would teach languages from the beginning since you are 5 or 6, and public school they will teach you French till you are like 9 or 10, and English till you are like 15. So there is a difference. So like private school you would find, and then like when we go to university, there is only most of like universities are public. So you're going to meet with people who studied in public school, and then they are like studying languages science. They were kids, and they have like extra hours and tutoring and all of that. And you find like poor people who are like struggling and teaching themselves. So it's like kind of like some like poor people they get mad. Okay, it's not fair and all of that. But I wasn't like looking at it this way. It was like for me as a challenge, and I did it, and I'm not regretting it. Like because I went and I studied in like English in university, and I studied with rich people, and I was like just I studied my whole life in public school and never had like private lessons or anything. So and I did this myself, and I graduated, and I was like, okay, that's great. And I still, if I want to, I would like go for a master degree and go for more. So I look at it this way: it's like as a challenge, and I feel proud I did it myself. So if because I know if I had like that life, I would have done better than them. So doesn't get me mad. But like some people just like get like very angry. But you know, like even like the thing is again like another thing in public school, you will find like teachers uh, like being absent maybe like all the time. They wouldn't teach you. So some of them, not all of them, like some of them like are great teacher, and I love them. I still remember them, and I will always love them because they teach us like very good. I don't like remember my science teacher; she was amazing. Like all the good teachers, but you would find some teachers that they would then teach you a thing, like nothing. They would like just like be absent, and when they come they would like just maybe give you exercises and or like just tell you to read or something like that. So you will find all sorts of people in Morocco, like about like is it like being safe or not. Again, it depends. I'm always like saying it depends when you're going. Like if you're talking about Sally, it's not all of it safe. There is some places that are safe but not super safe. It's still like Sally is not safe, like very safe. In like Rabat, same, like there is like some safe areas, which is like rich areas or like just like medium people like area. But poor areas like always like you have to be careful, not because they are poor, because they need money. When they see like someone who's foreigner, they think they are like having gold on them. So it's like same reason why they want like to go to the outside of Morocco. So you just like have to be careful. Like same about Fez. Doesn't have like a good say that it's not like a place where you will be like 100% safe. So you have to be careful. You find like people staring at you, shit like scary and all of that. Casablanca is the same. Casablanca is very big city, so you'll find all the kind of people, all the kind of scammers, or the kind of good people. So you're going to find like a mix. So yeah, if you told me which is like the safest place, personally, I went like to Mohammedia many times. It's like Mohammedia is like between Rabat and Salim, and actually it's like very safe. And I used to go so over there like sometimes like during summertime, and I would like people would go just outside just at night because it's very hot in the morning. So my father is like living there, so we were like always going out there in the night and come back at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. And it was like very safe. It's like a very small city, but it's like very safe, and everyone is nice. It's like a really good place to live in. Yeah, I mean, like, actually, it's like much better than Casablanca. I don't. The reason why I don't like Casablanca because it sounds like a bit dirty, and even like for I think it's just like I don't know. It's like there is like much traffic and much too many people, and the water does not. Don't drink water like bay water. Don't drink water in Casablanca. It tastes bad. It's just bad. It's just bad. You might get sick. Like really, like honestly, I dislike drinking water, like normal water in like just by like a bottle of water. Don't drink water in Casablanca. You wouldn't like it. So yes, it's like the only thing that I loved growing up in Morocco is like actually people, especially in my area. Like it wasn't in a rich family, of course. It was like it was like a poor family. I had like to do everything myself when I grew up. Um, so the thing is like people like very nice, and actually neighbors they were like just all of them like my mothers, they all like all of them like my brothers and sisters. It was like just like one big family living in one big neighborhood. Like I don't live over there, like I moved, but it was like a very good place. Even like people like were like poor and not educated or anything, but they were like very nice, and they would like ship on you, and if you need something they will give it to you. If they need something they will just like it's just like they are like in their houses. They will like knock the door and say like, hey, give me some salt, and or like, do you have some onion, you know, or they will say like can you go and grab me something, like I have my kids or something. So they're like just like one big family, and they would just like move like from that house and just knock, and like maybe like if the door is open, they will like just go like inside and say, "Hello, what do you have for lunch? What do you have for dinner?" So it's exactly like that. So it's like was like really nice actually. That I liked it. It's like not something I disliked. I really liked it, and it was like very fun to grow up that way. And maybe this is the reason why I grew up. I love people because I just I love, maybe like I just like I love people. That's why. But it was nice. But if you went like to, for example, apartments and villas and stuff, you wouldn't find this kind of living. Everyone's like having like a closed door. They wouldn't like talk to the other. Maybe like hi and here and there if they are like out, and that's it. Yeah, but guys, if you have any question, please let me know. I just like wanted to say that because I know like everyone have a different idea, and you will have like you would like hear a lot of ideas, but depending on how people like looking at it, but like overall for me, I do like love living over here. Before, like if you ask me like 4 years ago or something, I would say like I want to go to the States. I want to go to America and work there and live there. Um, Growing up now, I see like okay, so I love the weather over here. I love people. I love Morocco. I love like how it's like very calm and all of that. I might go to the state, but just like to visit, stay there for a while, and come back, go to another place and come back. But I would still like come back home. Um, Maybe like it depends. If like ever like maybe one day maybe I would like live in another place. It like feels like home. No one like knows, like no one knows like where like it takes them, but for me like it's just like the idea that it's like really nice to live here. It's I see it as like zen life is like very calm, having like a peaceful living. Yeah, but it's like for the others sometimes like it's very hard, especially if they are like having to pay for rent, and they have kids as like and like very normal salary is like it's a struggle honestly. The good thing is like I see every year like Morocco is like improving and being like more open-minded, more educated, more like of good things, more security, more all of that. So I think it's like it is only getting better. Especially people like start to be aware of like, I need to talk, I need to do like protest or like do something or complain. So this is make it good. This is what like actually I disliked in the past. People would did not talk about what they want and expect that the government would know. Where government taking advantage because no one is talking. So if you're going to talk, and this is why I say like the king doesn't know, because people don't talk and he thinks that everything is good. Unless so when like to go to a city, like a new city, like a city, like just like to go and see what's happening there. You know what happens overnight, because he will say like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to that city. So that night they clean the whole city in one night. They will clean everything. They will like paint any bad place, so it's going to look everything is clean, everything is nice. They go in like the cups will be everywhere. The flag is going to be everywhere. So this is like actually what happens, and you will notice that if you are like in if you live in Morocco, if ever like the king going to pass by somewhere, they will clean everything. It's going to be like a very clean, beautiful city. They will do it like in a few hours, and it looks like new. So for me, if I will go and pass by a place and I will be like, oh, so clean, probably the king is going to pass by here. So it's like really funny, like how it happens. So this is why like I like people like love the king, because they know he doesn't know. Because whenever he go to a place, everything sounds perfect, looks perfect for him. And yes, when sometimes what does he do is like go and drive alone, and no one knows. Like he just like sometimes like do that, and when he discover it's the opposite, then like when he like take action. And this is why people like love him. And people like really try to contact like the king by like writing like letters and stuff, but I don't think like he's getting them all the time. But I know like for sure 100% whenever like the king is like driving by, and if he saw like a poor person, and he like just like like saw him and stuff and tell him to come, he will like just give him whatever he wants. He will just ask him, what do you need? And he will like give him either like a job, either like money, a house, like whatever he asked for, he just give it. And this is why people love him. Like it happens every year. Whenever he the lucky person who's going to meet the king, he will get whatever he wants. And most of the time he give him like a taxi. And even if he can't drive, he can like give the taxi to someone else, and he will get like a monthly amount. So which is like a good thing. So even if he doesn't have a job or degree, he still like can like have money. Like this way he will like just give the taxi to someone who drives, and then they will have like a 50-50 or something like that. So that is the reason for you guys who ask me, I don't know, like who ask me why they love the king, even though it sounds very bad in Morocco and all of that. Because he is like really nice and giving, and he does like how to say, monetize and give the money to make some cities, some places like like to give them like houses and stuff. But the ones that are in charge who are not doing these things, that this is what's happening. Yeah, so for some Moroccans, like they are aware of whole situation, the big picture, and some of them like they just like see, okay, we are poor, we hate the king. They don't see all the good things that he does. And of course he's a human, so of course he need like to go out and travel, and he need to go out and have vacations, because we're human. If like anyone was like a king, he would like need time for him and himself, and especially because he's like he getting sick, and he's like really sick and tired, and everyone can see that. And so like for a person who's like struggling with health, he's like doing a great job. And this is just my opinion. Yes, guys, if you have any question, if you want me to talk about anything or answer any question, let me know. I just like, it's like really good to have like an idea about like the country that you're going to live in or to visit, because there are like too many things. Actually, there are too many things to talk about. like concerning families, like kids, um, schools, companies at work. They are always taking advantage of like workers most of the time. Journalists, the thing about journalists, they are not free to talk about whatever they want. They are always afraid to say something. If they said something about, the king, and this when it's like some people hate the king because if you said something bad, you might go to the jail or something. And some people I know, like some journalists, like they had to run away from Morocco, and they went either to France or somewhere else. Like most of them, they go to France. So this is like the bad thing. They're still like not 100% free to talk everything you want. For example, in America, you can like say any kind of thing about the presidents. You can say, okay, Trump is that, Trump is this, Trump is that, and that's okay. Nothing's going to happen to you. But in Morocco, that's not the case. You can say bad things about the king. And yeah, and maybe because he's a king. He's not a president for 4 years or 8 years. He's a king. So yes, if you guys have any questions, I'm here to answer. I think other than that is good. So every country has like that, as long as you don't make threats. Yes, I mean, yeah. I think like the people who are like going to the jail for like talking about the king. It's either if they said some like lies, if they said like lies, or if they insulted him. Because it's for us like it's an Islamic country, you should not insult people. It's like a verbal like you know verbal accuse. I find it like actually yes. I mean like no one likes to be. You should like have like a respect for other people. Like for us, like you can't even say something bad to someone older than you. How can you say that like to the king, for example? So for us, like the king is more than a king. Is like for people on like the Islam, so it's like Amir al-Mu'minin, which is mean like in English is like the prince of believers in Islam. So he's the only who always like the one like in like Eid Kabir, like in the big Eid, he should like have his sheep first before like we do that. So he's kind of like more than that. So he's like taking charge on making sure that everything is all right and all of that. So we should like really respect him. So yes, I mean like for me I can understand that. But if he was like a bad person, I'd be like, oh yeah, just insult him. But still like not like it's not doing like insulting people, it wouldn't like make anything okay. But I think like giving notes and just like saying how you feel. This is like not always, it's just like it doesn't have always like to insult someone to say how you feel. Just say like, okay, I don't like the fact that we have to pay same amount as rich people or something like this. This is like your right to talk about. You don't have to say like, okay, you stupid and you are like thief and you are this and you are that. There is always like a good way in communication and just like saying the things that you don't like. And yeah, okay, I'm waiting for any questions so I can answer. We do have like another like 30 minutes so that like we can like just answer questions. How would you say I'm tired of his behavior? You would say عييت من التصرفات دياله. Like for a guy, you would say yes, his عييت من تصرفات دياله. عييت عييت is like I got tired. عييت من like from تصرفات is like behavior and his action basically. دياله is like his تصرفات دياله. عييت من التصرفات ديالو. If you are talking about a girl, you just have to say التصرفات ديالها. عييت من التصرفات ديالو or عييت من التصرفات ديالها. Yes. If you still find it hard to pronounce, let me know. تصرفات. تصرفات is the behavior or like the action, people's action. For example, you can say التصرفات ديالو خايبة, like a bad like behavior, or you can say التصرفات ديالو زوينة. Because I'm happy because you say أنا فرحانة hint. You don't have to say أنا is optional. أنا فرحانة hint or hits. Mad. The word mad is like we don't have like a very how to say like same. We say something to make to me like I'm very mad. We say طالع لي الدم, which is like my blood pressure is like high, or like same as like I'm going to explode. No, not that. We have like more than that. Say like I'm mad. You just like say طالع لي الدم, and then you say hints. Okay, let me write the translation. طالع لي الدم. طالع لي الدم, giving the meaning of like is an expression to mean I'm mad. Okay, أنا فرحانة hint is like أنا فرحانة hint is I'm happy because طالع لي الدم hint is I'm mad because something. طالع لي الدم. طالع لي الدم. So it's mean like طالع is like high, like it's like getting high, but the expression mean like my blood pressure is like high, which mean like I'm mad. That my blood is like boiling. She was very well dressed. Okay, so I would like put same as you did. Who is he? Here is she. Okay, I will have to say were very well dressed. Was in past. So هو ولا هي can or كانت لابس or لابسة مزيان. Okay. شيفان. نهارك مبروك شيفان. هو is he, هي is she. Already like هو and he, we don't need is because هو and he already has the meaning of who is, she is. So this is why we don't have like the verb to be as auxiliary verb. Was, if it's a guy you see can, if it's a girl you see cannot. So لابس is like wearing or dressing. لابسة is for a female. لابس is for a like a guy. مزيان is like good or well. لابس مزيان. So هو كان لابس مزيان. If it's هي كانت لابسة مزيان. Okay. هو كان لابس مزيان. هي كانت لابسة مزيان. Okay. I'm going to repeat it one more time. هو كان لابس مزيان. هي كانت لابسة مزيان. For I'm mad because طالع لي الدم. سام على واجب. طالع لي الدم. I'm hit or hint. It means like I'm mad because. أنا فرحانة hint. I'm happy because. I'm tired of his behavior. You're going to say عييت من التصرفات ديالو. عييت من التصرفات ديالو. I'm tired of his behavior. عييت من التصرفات ديالو. Okay, what else? Yeah, those sentences are good actually. Like it's good like to use them to write and to talk because it's like good to talk about different things. Honestly, Okay, do you have guys any more questions? I will be happy to answer. غادي نكون فرحانة نجاوب على أي سؤال. Okay, so I would like this times like around in this week, I would like keep like making like short videos in normal talk so that you're going to get used to the speed. Sabri is like be patient. Sabri, be patient. This is for like when you're saying it to a girl. If you are saying it to a guy, you'd say sbar, sbar. For a girl, you say like sabri, sabri, sabri. Sabri is like, but depending on the sentence, actually, sabri. If like someone said like just to you, sabri is mean like be patient. If you said like, for example, sabri tsela, which mean like my patience is over. So depending on like context. So this is why it's like sometimes like to give like just one word and give the translation, because sometimes it change depending on the sentence. So separate could mean like two depending on what was the context. But it's always like patient. It's either like be patient, or if you are talking about yourself in your sentence, you'd say like sabrit qada. Same for a guy. He can say sabrit qada or sala, which mean inshallah, inallah, innallaha ma'as-sabirin. Ah yes, innallaha ma'as-sabirin. Which mean like I love actually this sentence. It's like absolutely the good thing to remember when you are in a hard situation. You would say like this: Inna Allah ma'a sabirin in plural. So sabirin in plural. Sabirin is like patient in plural. So which means like God is always with people who are patient. So just like means just be patient. If it's like a hard time, be patient. Know that God is with you. So he's just like see as if it, like how strong you are. Like just, and always remember there's like one thing in like Quran. It's like actually it's like even if you are not Muslim, just like keep it in your mind. So it's like inna ma'al usri yusra, which mean like with like hard time there is always like a good time and the easy time that is going to come. So whenever you have like a hard time, just remember it's not going to stay always a hard time. Of course, like after a hard time, if you notice after a hard time, always there is like a good time like comes. هادشي غالي بزاف. It's yeah, this thing is very expensive. Yes, it's expensive. We see هادشي about like these things. So for example, if you were like bargaining with someone and you were talking about whatever things, so you don't have to say the names again. You just say هادشي, which means these things. هادشي غالي بزاف. These things is very expensive. بزاف is very expensive is غالي. هادشي is the thing. Okay. So yes, هادشي غالي بزاف. هادشي غالي بزاف. هادشي غالي بزاف. Yes, okay guys, do you have more questions? If you have more questions, I will answer them before I go. I don't think go live during the night these days is because first is because of the Wi-Fi, and also I have like a very like hard week as different things, but like one of the most things like I'm preparing for an exam, and also like I'm taking some classes like for my master and like learning some new things. So it's like really hard to do all of everything like at once, and especially because I do have more homeworks that I have to finish on time. So it's like really hard to do everything at once. especially because I work with the Wi-Fi the whole day. When it gets like the night time, it gets like very slow, so which is make it hard. And I know if I will go live, it's going to be just like terrible. It's going to be bad. It's like very bad. Yes, guys, do you have more questions? But for people who can't like really watch the the morning tea, like because it's already like stay on the it says on the YouTube, so you can like rewatch it or like watch it when you have time. Kasbahti means how did you woke up, but it also means how you slept. If not, how do you do that? Like, did you slept with? Kasbahti is like literally like how did you wake up? So how did you wake up? It's mean like did you wake up good or bad or something. So it's of course it involved nighttime because it's all depending on nights. If it's like if you slept good, you're going to wake up good. If you slept bad, you're going to wake up bad. So when you answer, you just like saying whatever like came to your mind. You can say فقط فرحانة, I woke up happy, which is like just using the adjectives, and or you can say فقط مزيان. Why you فقط مزيان? Because you slept good. You just say like نعس مزيان. So either way, it still have the same meaning for us. When we ask this question, it's like very general question. It's not like specific, and people expect you to say like a certain thing. You can say anything. You can say بخير, you can say الحمد لله, you can say فقط فرحانة, وقت تقدر تقولي عيانة. Like use an adjective, you can say نعست مزيان. You can say anything. To say I'm preparing for an exam, for my exam, you say كنوجد الإكزام ديالي. You can also say can prepare. Okay, sorry, my nose is itching. You can say also can prepare l'exam ديالي. Can prepare l'exam ديالي. Yes, of course, we have like واش نعستي مزيان is like did you sleep well. There is like different ways. كسبحتي جليت how you woke up. How did you woke up? So كيفاش واش نعستي مزيان it's like literally just about like sleeping. Did you sleep well? كسبحتي is, as I said before, is like very general. It's just like a general question. But واش نعستي is about sleeping. How did you like, did you sleep well? So you have to say like either yes or no. It's like kind of like yes no question. Did you sleep? Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't see like saw the rest of the question. If not, how do you say like you slept with? Yes, you say like واش نعستي مزيان. That's correct. How do you say it? Yeah, I actually just like saw the question that has like a star, so I'm like a little bit tired. So yes, we say can prepare the exam ديالي, or like just say exam. We don't have to say ديالي. It's just like the exam, like it's supposed to be it's like already like your exam. Can وجد exam ديالي. I forgot like ديالي is like what e. Yeah. How do you say how do you say to talk to your mother? Like we, like you and him, for example. You would say نهضروا مع ماماك. Okay, so I'm going to give you like more than one sentence because or like just about like mama. Okay, hold on. Because the word mama, like my mom, like everyone say it differently depending on what region. Some people say mamak is girly. I say mama, or like mamak is like your mother, mama is like my mother. So the word mama, so some people say walida. Mama is equal walida. Walida is like the one who gave birth, walida. And some people say ummi. Walida, some people say walida diali. Diali. Ummi is, it's like, and all of these mean mom. Okay. So, I don't know, like, where is he from or which one he used. So, mama, walida, ummi. This is three ways to say my mom. Okay, or walida diyari. To say mom, you say mamak or walida. Here you have to say diyalek, like a year, or you're going to say muk. All of their is mean your mom. So you have like different ways, and it's like good to know all of them because I don't know like which place you are going to live in or who you are talking to, because everyone say it differently. So for example, I say mama. Guys rarely say mama. They would say like moi or walida, and rarely they call their mom with her name. So even if they are old, so it's like kind of disrespectful, but some people just do. I don't know. So yes, you would say يهدروا. Okay, sorry, so sorry. نهدروا مع مامك. What's wrong with me today? Okay, it's not this. نهدروا مشي يهدروا نهدروا. Okay, I'll put like very 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 big. نهدروا like نهدروا we نهدروا مع مامك نهدروا مع مامك. Joanna, the last one is the correct one. نهدروا مع مامك. How will you say I have seen him going out some here at 2 o'clock? Which night? Okay. I have seen him going out. كنت كان شوفه. I was seeing him kind of. كنت كان شوفه كيخرج. كنت كان شوفه كيخرج. What do you mean by some here? Like over here? بسم الله سام. مع الزوج نيشان كل ليلة. So, Sam, like, please let me know, like, what do you mean by some here? Like, around that place? You mean like some here, somewhere here? Oh, yeah, somewhere. Yeah, I was like, I thought so. Okay. كنت كنشوفو كيخرج لشي بلاصة. شي بلاصة. Okay. That's okay. I was like a bit confused because I actually like really can't function 100% very ill in the morning. So I guessed it, but I was at the same time maybe he's like meaning something else. So كنت كنشوفو كيخرج. I was seeing him. كيخرج is like go out. الشي بلاصة is like somewhere. It's like literally is like to some place. الشي بلاصة مع الجوج نيشان at 2 straight. نيشان is straight. كل ليلة every night. كنت كنشوفو كيخرج لشي بلاصة مع الجوج كل ليلة. كنت كنشوفو كيخرج مع لشي بلاصة مع الجوج نيشان كل ليلة. Are you with them? Okay, guys, if you have questions, please ask me now before I go. Okay. أنا واجب سام. Okay. Let me know how did you find like the listening videos. Did you understood like or it was like very fast or it was like normal? What do you think about especially about like the one that I was like just like talking in Darija? The other ones is like I made them because like sometimes it's like really good to like to know how to talk while like really like showing emotion For example, if you are like, for example, talking like about like we need to talk, so you have to do it like with emotion and doing like I mean like with we need to talk or something. Or like when you're sad and say like for example, I don't like your I have assignment to complete, and the you will say like I have I would like write this first. Okay, I have is عندي assignment is واحد is like a واحد الواجب الواجب is like the homework or like assignment. Kasni, for example, we don't say to complete for us in Darija. We have already need to say like I need to finish. I need to finish. خاصني نكمل. عندي واحد الواجب خاصني نكمله. Okay. الواجب, and also you can say assignment if you are talking to someone who know like already. Are you not seeing my comments or something like my network? No. No, Shivam, I haven't. Yesterday it was like really crazy for me. I could not like see all comments. I have not seen your comments. I don't think so. But I will try to check it today. I couldn't understand you at all in the listening video. I could understand what Shivam wrote. I can only read Darija. Yes, but it's like really good that to get used to listen to Darija, because when you go to Morocco, you're going to hear people like like talking fast. So it's like very good like to read like the comments, or like to read like what I was talking about, understand it, and then listen, because it's going to be like very easier for you like to understood people when you are like in Morocco. Like talking sometimes like easy than listening, but also like reading, it will only help you what with texting and all of that. But if you live in Morocco, it's like good to know how people like talk and get used to it, because they wouldn't like talk slowly all the time. Maybe they would try at the beginning when they are like talking with you, but you might also want to hear the things that people don't talk with you. Maybe they are saying something and you would think that they are talking about you. Maybe they are just talking about food or something. So these things like really, this is like why really like you need to learn that, especially I know like for people who want to marry a Moroccan, uh, they would like find the family like talking in Darija and all of that, because they don't know English, of course. So they would think you would think maybe they are talking about you and all of that, and maybe they are not. Maybe they just like talking about anything else. So it's like really good to learn things. This is why I advise you like to listen to different things, to movies, music, natural talk, and all of that. Understand? Okay, Joanna, there is a lot of videos in the region YouTube, and the history and about the country, and more you see, more you will get in it. Yes, exactly. The more you listen, the more it makes this easier for you. Like I would like try to make like more like listening videos, because it's like very important to train your ear to listen to the speed and the music and the rhythm of like the talk. Even though like actually like cooking channels and the vlogs in YouTube vlogs are like they will talk fast, because this is how we talk. But it's like it's good to get used to it. When did you ask? Shivam, like in the live? In the live? You asked something in the live? I haven't seen any like I only like saw like in Harak Mabruk, the only thing that I saw. And you talked about like the comment that you said, and I said like I haven't seen them yet. So yeah, I don't know like what like the things, two questions that you asked and I didn't answer. So I don't know what you mean. You're talking about like the live or like somewhere else in the video, in the videos. But guys, if you do like want, I might do try to make a channel that is only in Darija. just like vlogs and all of things talking about life and all of that. I can do like a separate one, so that this one's going to be just about education and language, and the other one could be like. But I have answered you like Shivam. I don't know if like you couldn't hear me. You talked about. Okay, let me see. Let me go back. No, I don't see. Okay, the only thing that you wrote is grace is greener on the other side. And I see that you said صباح الخير. I said صباح الخير. Interested where? How would you say it's hard to lose? I haven't seen that. I just like saw it now. It's hard to lose a chosen one. I don't know what you mean. It should be in context. It should be about like what you are talking about. Is it a thing? Is it a country? Is it like a place? So I don't know. Okay, I haven't seen that comment. I haven't seen it. That is just Moroccan Arabic. Are you here with us for first time? Darija is Moroccan Arabic. Is the language spoken in Morocco. Okay, guys, if you have any question, please answer me now because I have to go. It's like my throat is like really hurts. Okay. Is this a Berber language? No, it's Arabic. Arabic language. It's not Berber. Moroccan Arabic, or what's called Darija, is a mix of languages. It's kind of like you would find like some words from Spanish, Portuguese, French, maybe like a little bit from Berber, modern standard Arabic, but kind of without vowels. Different rule, not is not the same. Berber is like totally different language. Is not doesn't sound the same, and if I heard someone talking in Berber, I would not understand them. I wouldn't understand literally anything. Yeah. That's the thing. It's a third thing, Shivam. We don't have the word chosen one. We don't have the word chosen one. Like in Harry Potter, or like in like soulmates. We have it in standard Arabic, like kind of a soulmate, but we don't like really use it to talk about a person as a chosen one, because we say li مكتاب لك, the one who's like written for you, like we mean like in Quran, it is like written for you, but we don't have the word like chosen one. I have a question. How do you say I see you, but in the sense of I see through you? Yes, Mary, I see through you. Um, okay, let me think about it. I'm putting myself in the situation to say that. Um, Actually, we say it, but it's actually not. We mostly like say it in a negative way, not in positive way, and we say actually. Can شوفك على حقيقتك, which mean like I see you on your reality. So in me, I see through you, the real bad you. So and to say like I see through you in a positive way, I probably would say can شوف قلبك, like which mean like I see your heart. So we don't have like the literal equivalent as this one, like I see through you. We have it like in a two different ways, like one is negative and one is positive, and I don't know which one you need. Sometimes we just don't have like the equivalent on certain things. No, this is like a shafki. Shafki is like a kind of like from Egypt. Where are you from? أنا شايفكي على حقيقتك. This is probably Egypt. Like, are you from there? Okay, so I'm going to write like I'm going to answer you like as the positive one. Okay, yeah, I was like going to write. I'm writing positive one first. I see how is your heart. كنشوف قلبك كيف داير. And the negative one, I'm going to uh, نشوفك على حقيقتك. Okay, Mary. So كنشوف I see كنشوف قلبك كي داير. I see your heart. How is it? كنشوف قلبك كي داير. To say like the negative one is like كنشوفك I see you على حقيقتك on your reality. كنشوفك على حقيقتك. Where are you from? Okay, so there is like one more thing. If I will see any, and I mean like any Moroccan guy who's going to bother any of my students, you're going to be reported and you're going to be blocked, and I'm warning you. Just so you know, because I know many times like the guys like watching my videos and they would like either get my numbers or like people like and they still like annoy them. So and I don't like that. I don't like anyone to get annoyed by anyone. So either you're watching now or like you're watching like later or anytime. So like yeah. Can you just repeat حقيقتك? It's حقيقتك. 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 We do have like vowels in that at least. حقيقتك. 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 Yeah, it's just like practice it like a few times. I know it's like hard because it have the ha sound and then you have like tuqa, which is like really hard. And after it's like tick, tick, which is like stop sounds, both of them. حقيقتك. حقيقتك. It's just like took your time in it. You don't have to hurry. كنشوفك على حقيقتك. Of course, because especially because you have to emphasize it. This is like the what you want like people to understand. Like كنشوفك على حقيقتك. I see you in your reality. Yeah, she already know him. Yes. Number 9 is ka. Okay, guys. I actually need to go. So thank you for being here, and I will see you tomorrow, inshallah. If you have any questions, you can contact me through my Gmail. You would find it in there any of my videos. If you are interested in one-on-one online lesson, you can contact me, and I will give you any information like needed. If you want to join the paid WhatsApp group, you can join. Since we are still like starting from beginning, and we are like actually having the third meeting today, like in the afternoon. So if you are interested in that, contact me through my Gmail. I'll give you all the information. So yes, thank you for being here, and I see you inshallah tomorrow. And I will try my best to make a video today as well. And bye. سلامة ونهاركم مبروك.